ではカスタマイズを始めましょう。お待ちしておりました。
Words of Trevor Belmont. Well, shit. Oh, so, are we gonna have dialogue with everyone? Or with a majority of the cast? So, Shin. You know, it's Shin, Kira, Athrun. Oh, you're not gonna try this. Oh god, not this. Does he not know that someone tried this with Lelouch already and it did not go well? Yeah, what happened to her, you jackass? Lelouch put her into an eternal sleep and then blew her the fuck up. He's not wrong. That is Lelouch's entire life. It's suffering and pain. It's suffering, sorrow, all that. But that's what makes Lelouch Lelouch. Oh, there's that line. Now, we're not gonna talk about the fucking absolute character assassination because we got away with that with this storyline. Oh, that's a low fucking blow. Four. Should be because Domon has only two dead loved ones. Oh, loved ones in this reality, which is his mother and Kyoji. And yeah, no, that's a sore spot for Domon. This is... Wait. This is true. Not only did he pick the worst people, he's saying he's stronger than Getter Emperor? I'm sorry. A singular point is a multi-dimensional anomaly. What the fuck do you mean you have something beyond that? He knows. Oh, she hasn't told anyone. No. No, he knows. That or he's talking about one of two things. Either A, because I know Freya's full fate. It's either he's talking about the end of Macross and Delta that has not come up in this scenario, or he's talking about the second movie. Now he's just picking at their insecurities and their fears. Their eyes are hollow. Okay, she's back to normal, thankfully. Yeah, traveling to the past is unacceptable. It's the same thing Charles wanted. It's just gonna be a perpetual state of being trapped in the past. It's very similar to the multi-dimensional labyrinth in Gurren Lagann. Fuck? Okay, that did not take the turn I was thinking it was going to. I'm not gonna lie. I never went into like the mindset that it was him, like, you know, after Echika as like a bride, wedding bells, all that shit. I thought it was gonna be like Dark Souls marriage, where it was like he fucking kills her. I did not see this coming. I like how even everyone else was like, the fuck? In his defense, he never did say he did Echika was his bride. It was, we all just kind of assumed. Holy fuck. She really has been hanging around Ange. You go? What the fuck? Okay, now. Wait. Isn't he the guy in the orange hoodie that's been present this whole game? I mean, this whole No! This whole DLC! That orange hoodie guy's never existed before! The new token for this DLC. Holy fuck! Props! I'll give props where it's due. You're kidding me! You're fucking kidding me! He's a plumber who somehow got multi-dimensional powers and fell in love with her. What the fuck? I love this. Like, he's delusional, don't get me wrong, but he's not like a full-on turbo creep like Embryo, but like, holy fuck! Oh shit! I mean, we could always have guessed that another one would be born eventually. And now you turn into Embryo. Okay. Where's Shotaro? We gotta give him a good kick. He's still not as much of a turbo creep that Embryo is. He's obsessive and a creep, don't get me wrong. Embryo is still leagues above him. Oh, that's nice. No, that was fucking amazing. That was a great reveal. I like how it all just started all like, oh. Actually, yeah, it didn't make sense. Like, he was talking about taking a bride and over the Advent. So why the fuck would he need... Oh, fuck. Yeah, no, we just completely missed the mark. Mind you, so did most of the crew. We all kept assuming he was talking about... Or Ichika, or however the fuck's their name. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, you fit in her. Oh. Oh god, she's just now they're just kicking him while he's down, and I'm loving it. Don't get me wrong, but oh, I haven't been here for a while. Wait. New units! Now! Of all time. Oh, fuck. Okay, let's see how bad the damage is. Okay. Not as bad as I thought. But I'm worried about what he said about him every 5 units he use a new power. These are wide clowns. as opposed to the YZ clowns. The YZ clown that took us down. I thought. I don't. Okay. Oh wait, Andrew got true ability unlocked. What the fuck? Oh, she probably got it last level. Yeah, so why would he bring the others here? And assuming if he was the one who brought the VXT crew, why would he bring them? One more and we deal with whatever his next trick is. Wait, could they actually hit Kamen Rider? Oh, fuck. Okay, so now I have a mobility hit. Yeah, everyone definitely did start lower morale though, because Domo normally starts with all of his passives active. Ooh, 201 for Kamen Riders, which can be a problem. Because that affects, since that is going to affect his dodge rate. do like his theme. So that's my accuracy. Basically, currently I'm operating like when I fought Godzilla. Actually, I actually want to see, is this different or no? I think it's the same attack that hit us. Nope. Couldn't break through the shield though of Strike Freedom. Also, we just appreciate that fucking size difference between the Neon and him. Oh, fuck, that is a nasty hit to accuracy. Okay, what's the next hit? Armor. Ooh. I'm in the home stretch, but he's got a lot of penalties on my team right now. Pretty much all of my core stats have got something leveraged against them. And here we go. What's next? Yeah, that is rough. So it's an attack penalty. My powerhouse units like Getter aren't too affected, but the weaker, my units that don't deal heavy damage but attack a lot, like that don't have abilities like Love or Valor, are probably going to be hit a little bit harder. Even Heroes only got a 20% chance to hit. What the fuck? I'm worried what he's gonna hit next. I don't think I have many stats left that he can hit. No, one of them's finally using the map attack. How the fuck did you miss Von Zinger? Actually, no, wait, they said intuition, that's why. Completely forgot about that. Wait, when did Gauge 4 activate? Not that I'm complaining about having gauge 4, because that's really powerful attacks. 25. Next hit was sign with their mental state. Don't tell me. I think it was that the SP took a hit. Yeah, the SP took a hit. Last one. But this one's gonna be the roughest because I have so many fucking penalties against me. I'm gonna have to fight a boss like this, hopefully. Hopefully it's gonna give me back all my stats. Okay, we're gonna have to delete that shit. Wait. Why? No. His machines. He's got machines from 30. No fucking... And Corellium is kind of speechless. I think he's... Like, I think it might be eels. That or there's remnants of the questers. Hold on, give me a second. I gotta get the dog settled. Yeah, because Corellium's reacting. I'm wondering if it's the questers or eels. The oldest recesses of space across dimensions. Oh, fuck, it could be them. That or it could be, if it could be further, it could be the guy from SRZ, maybe? There's a lot of people in Super Robot Wars it could be, but the fact that Corellium reacted, he knows something. Subvarieties, a gift from aliens. The Dimensional Gate Iloon, Embryo the Tuner, Eureka, and the Scab Coral. And then the Infinite Energy of Eve. So that's what he was after. It's funny, he wasn't even after the Vilcus, he was after Embryo. You're turning to a less perverted Embryo now. I think that's perverted because, well, Embryo does shit. We know the pilots have rejected it. I mean, I don't know if I could say that when we have a man who kind of grasped his happiness with a contract from the devil or a witch, depending on who you ask. God damn it, Lelouch. Six first, as always, finish off his minions. Fair enough, all my stats are back to normal. I think I have to regain. I definitely regained. Yeah, no, that's. I love Super Robot Wars sometimes in absurdity. You got told fuck off, and then he's like, fuck it, destroy the universe. Like, my man, there are better ways to deal with this. You should just become an estate developer. I think it would have been fine. That is a little bit of an insult to Lloyd, though. Like, it was kind of weird how often this, like, absurdity tends to happen in this franchise. There was Nirvana, or Nivelian back in SRV, where it's just like, can't understand the concept of love, destroys reality, once it destroys reality. End the Devourer, couldn't understand the concept of, well, couldn't stand the taste of hope, goes to destroy 3 planets. Diamond just wouldn't be the God Emperor. He's kind of the only one who just was like, fuck it, y'all don't agree with me, we'll fight it out. If I win, I win. If not, okay. He was the only one who's kind of chill with his loss. Don't get me wrong, still insulted all of us, but still, he took it a little bit more like on the chin. But now, who is worse still, him or Embryo? I know the answer. Like, this guy's just sad. Embryo's a fucking monster. Yeah. Fuck.
ターゲットロックオン。これでこの戦いを終わらせる。ターゲット確認。ロック。攻撃開始。
少しはスリルを味わわせてくれるか。
Yeah, it's like, my god, this is definitely the most elaborate plan. He actually did hit us where it hurt, unlike all the others who kind of just didn't really fuck with the ship itself, except like, you know, trying to destroy it because it got in their way.
私の思いを力に変えて極人技全てをかけて私は勝ち去る
少しはスリルを味わわせてくれるか。俺の前では速さなど無意味。この花はアギーナへの贈り物。
The fuck?
それがお前を死へと誘う。落ちろ奈落へと。
こっちも焦ってるけど向こうはそれ以上みたい。
Huh.
お前の人生のフィナーレだ。お前
I know what attack I'm gonna finish him off with. Can't get to go to gauge 5. I think gauge 5 might be a story-only thing. Watch I actually be wrong and that you can achieve it. It's just really fucking hard. Now we've already seen that one. That's what he used on us earlier. We all know she turned you down, bud.
よーし勝負だ。銀河の光よこの身に集え。
Enough to use this.
さあお前の罪を数えろ。行くぜおやっさん。やれやれ変わらず。歯向かう者には死。当然の。
Seeing if he had anything special to say for Kamen Rider. Oh. He has a lot more mecha than I realized. You would. Says the same energy as Abelard.
私たちは私たちの自由と平和のために戦いましょう。エチカ、力を貸して。ニーラカ内の出力 120% を突破。
ではお嬢様。
コード FMC 承認。
Hello.
やるよブルンドラヘ。フルムーンクラッシュ任せてエチカ。
That was saying her name. It's Echika.
発射。
Actually came out 2 days ago. Came out on the 22nd. But yeah, still. It did just shadow drop. They were like, oh, here's the trailer for the expansion pass. Also drops in a day. And it's just like, what? Honestly, it's pretty solid, though. Denion has been great. Cross Angels is fun just because it's always fun to shit on Embryo. It'll never stop being fun. I love just constantly shit stomping that character. Eureka 7 is nice to be around. Well, it was nice here. Star Driver, in terms of like the actual characters and like the way they've been interacting, Star Driver probably has been the best, mostly because of the fact he hasn't played with Lelouch. John Infinite Range map attacks. The only thing I'm having trouble kind of understanding is how to consistently get Edenion, getting it to the gauge to 4, and I don't think 5 is possible outside of story events. You lose gauge on kill. Like actual shoot down, I lose some gauge. Okay, so that's how it works. No wonder, because he fucking one-shots everything, and granted, it does take damage. A lot. Because the evasion on that thing is shit. The fuck? I have consistently been at rank 3, so I get the sword all the time. It's fine without the map attacks. The map attacks are just a nice bonus. No, I don't. No. I don't think they're infinite range. I haven't checked. They're definitely I think the longest range out of any of them. I think they're the highest range you can get on any map attack. They are also, I think, the strongest map attacks. Which... I don't think it's that far anymore, but even still, damage-wise, it outscales anything in this game so far. If you are having trouble with the Devourer rematch, Edenion really helps. And just like how if you're having trouble with the Daima rematch, you just run Kamen Rider with the Causality Manipulator. He's impossible to hit. This is true. I like the map attacks having animations. Like, I think my favorite map attacks are still probably Buster Rifle for Zero because of the fact that that shit's moving fire. And Edenion's just because of the fact that they're such insane damage. Yeah, you're all gonna stick around for a bit. But, I am wondering, I don't know if this is going to be another DLC maybe down the line, or a free update down the line. I'm wondering if we'll get a scenario similar to what happened at the end of SR30, where there is a scenario that just bookends your save, where it's like, once you're done, you have to go into New Game Plus. Especially because of the fact, the way he was talking about people in Dark Wisdom, the fact that Corellium had a reaction. I'm wondering if it's gonna go back to Eos or the Questars, or even further. It definitely seemed to imply something. Which also then just leads me to, holy fuck, like, oh, will you please give me back Document 30? I want my unimaginable power of the black hole cannon. The 30th was fucking disgustingly overpowered when you had to use it. And even it didn't even require too much skill to use it. You just jacked that thing's energy rate through the roof and made sure it had enough recharge to keep operating. And just black hole cannon for days. Yeah, might as well take a moment to breathe. Especially like the Space Runaway crew. They need a fucking moment. Like, I was okay with the first two DLCs being primarily characters in this reality. So that was the, you know, Futo PI, Big O, and the rest of them. Like, the fact that they are all based in this Earth, did a lot, you know, did a lot for the world building. It does, from what I've heard, no. I don't believe it does. We can test that. Go ahead, game over death gimmick. From my understanding, they wanted to move away from those just because a lot of people don't find them fun, they find them infuriating. It's funny, but like when it happens like 3 or 4 times in a row, and especially with how hard I've heard the Alpha series is, yeah, I can kinda get it. So they're actually joining the, like, the actual, like, special service, the service sections and everything on the ship. I like this. They actually are finally making themselves at home. Ange, I think, is also just getting proud. So if I remember correctly, she opens a cafe when all is said and done. To the ending of Indion, where the universe ended after it got blown up. That makes sense. I get why, but okay, so it's like thematically I get it, but like mechanically I get why they did it. What? PK Culture Festival, Yobagi. How do I hear SOS? Oh. No, the end game. Yeah, no, it's time for Yomagi to actually, you know, actually say something. But also, it is a setup. Possibly, could we have Gridman Universe, please? Infinite dimensions came people with incomprehensible powers. They sought to take the world for their own, yet their ambitions soundly shattered by the A Advent. These worlds that would normally never cross paths met, leading to new encounters and battles. Nonetheless, their journey continues as they overcome these challenges. Perhaps someday, their feelings will cross the walls between dimensions and reach into infinity. I think that's it outside of the conversations. Yep. Okay. So this brings us again. This brings us again to the close of SRY, of Super Robot Wars Y. So here's the question. Because I believe if I remember correctly, people said we're seeing back-end wise, there were 2 updates scheduled for Super Robot Wars Y this year. If both of those were like the free update and this, and just marked as 2 separate on Steam, which I don't know. But if we were to get one more wave that was to, you know, bring a scenario similar to SRY, either free or paid, I don't know. This is just a hypothetical. We would get one more to, you know, as a bookend to the SRY story. I know I have some things I'd like to see. I would like to see, I've said before, see Freedom, just as kind of like, you know, a nice bookend for Seed. Gridman Universe, because the fact this was Dinosaur's debut game, it'd be really cool to see Gridman Universe, especially with Gridman in SR30. And I would like the Huckbin and the SR30 crew, especially because of the fact we have Corellium. The fact that Corellium seemed to react, though, to the message about the wisdom of darkness and power beyond the ancient laws of reality, or whatever the fuck he was going on about. I do wonder if like there is going to be something later that's going to tie into Corellium and the SR30. Overall, my opinion on SRY still kind of remains the same. I really do like this game. I actually like it more than SR... Like, I didn't hate SR30, but I like this one more just because of the fact they actually do stuff with the crossover. There's a lot more character interactions. There's a lot more just fun with some of the interactions instead of just everyone kind of being contained to their plot lines. That was a problem I had with 30. But the fact that we have all this overlap with the characters, you're always kind of pleasantly surprised on who showed up. And then to go a step further, everything they did with the Universal Sentry is still fucking great. Because I've said this before, SR30, Camille's not necessary. He doesn't do anything in SR30. Even Amuro, to an extent, isn't really necessary, except to be there to talk about the Axis Shock. In terms of the DLCs, though, I've liked all the characters they've chosen. The wild one's still... The most wild choice to me still of all the DLC characters is still Kamen Rider. Don't get me wrong, I love Kamen Rider W. He's a fucking amazing evasion tank. But it's still he was still just kind of a wild choice in this. I'm gonna give, I don't know if there's gonna be more content for this game. I'm going to give it a little bit, because as I've said a couple times back when I played it on launch, during the DLC, and during this very stream. Eventually, I'm going to be starting a new Game Plus file on the new Master difficulty, which actually, let's see. Can I view Master difficulty from here? Give me a second. Let me create a save. Turn to the title screen really quick.
No.
Get another one of these for the log. I do love those. Let's see here. Here we go. Master, which is what I would run on. So let's see here. In extremely advanced mode for true masters, you get even less experience than an expert. Credit cost is increased further. Repair and resupply PK. That sounds like a jab at you. Repair and resupply do not earn any experience. Enemy units get more upgrades than an expert. Allies start with less SP than they would in hard mode. Spirits are unavailable during the enemy phase. You cannot retry stages after a game over, and other changes from hard mode apply. I call you out with that because you did that a lot. You would use repair and resupply to grind up some units experience. It's just... yeah, fair. So yeah, no, it's just... you have to have them fight. But yeah, so as I was saying though, I'm probably going to give it a... I might give it to like the end of the year. And like we'll start 2027 with the Super Robot Wars Y Master Run, which is going to be on Master difficulty, and it's going to be with all the content they have. As I mentioned, it would be on New Game Plus, so I'm gonna... but I'm mostly using the New Game Plus to carry over things like score, which, yes, will give me early access to ace bonuses, but they're not gonna, like, heavily weight it in my favor. I'm actually still gonna have to work for everything. But with that, though, I think that's what we're going to call stream for the day. It's still really fun to be playing Super Robot Wars again. Well, not again, but no, it was really fun to play this. It's always a surprise when they release more content for this, and I really hope they're not done. I do kind of want one more, but I'll be fine with what we got. But for now, I'll talk to y'all later.